Hey guys, today I am at 18 weeks pregnant. I am 2 weeks away from being halfway there. That is insane. I feel like this is going by so fast. Right now the baby is about 5.5 inches long, which is about the size of a sweet potato. And my uterus is the size of a cantaloupe. So imagine that, if you will, a cantaloupe with a sweet potato on the inside. The baby is developing fingerprints, so now he'll have his own individual fingerprints, which is kind of cool. I didn't even think of that as something that he'd be developing, but obviously he needs fingerprints. His nervous system is under major construction this week, so that is developing so that my background's moving. Athena, what are you doing?
My background's moving.
I'm like, why is the sheet waving? Okay.
It's saying hello to the internet.
I guess so. His nervous system is under major construction, so his brain, his spinal cord, his nerve endings, all of that is completely developing, and his nerves are developing the myelin sheath around them, so that makes the brain be able to fire nerve commands faster. I forget all the biological words, but that helps all of the nerve endings work quicker, and so that means he can move his little hands and his toes and his joints and all that. And the video that I watched actually said that he can he's moving his hands and actually holding the umbilical cord, which is kind of made me nervous a little bit. I was like, I hope he's not like squeezing it or something, because that's kind of his life support. That made me a little nervous. His ears are now completely on the sides of his head now, so now he can actually hear us. He can hear my voice, so he can hear me speaking right now. So that's really, really cool to think about. So he'll recognize my voice when he comes out into this world. So he can completely hear me, and he can hear Myk and his voice when he talks to him a little bit too. So we'll definitely start playing music and stuff for him. Mike's already decided he wants to play rock music, so he'll be listening to AC/DC, Metallica, Greek Fire, maybe a little bit of Mozart. We'll see what Daddy feels like playing for him.
I love classical music.
He does, actually. As for me, I've had quite a few changes this week myself. Because of the rapid growth of my uterus in the past week or two, my center of gravity has completely changed. So my center of gravity is actually shifted forward more over my legs, and so because of that, I have a lot of joint pain, especially in my hips and my pelvis area. There was one morning I woke up and it felt like somebody had just been beating the sides of my hips all night long, and I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in so much pain right now, and it was so hard to get out of bed. So that's kind of been varying day to day on as far as like pain level, but every single day this week my hips have been really sore. In fact, they're sore right now sitting in this chair. It's been hard to get out of bed or get out of a chair or something like that. If I'm just sitting or just standing, I'm perfectly fine, but the motion of sitting down or standing up has been a little bit difficult for me. Something that's really weird for me, because I have what I've always called an infinity belly button, because I have a super inny belly button. I've never in my entire life seen the back of my belly button. Now, all of a sudden, I can see the back of my belly button, so that's really weird for me. I don't know if my belly button's gonna be one of those that like points and sticks out when I get a little bit bigger. I'm not sure, because I have such an innie, but that's just weird for me, being able to see the back of it. That's so strange. I've also had a few headaches this week. Nothing terrible, not like migraine headaches, but I've woken up a couple of mornings and I've kind of had, you know, a little bit of a headache that wears off throughout the day as I start eating and start moving around and waking up a little bit, but I've had a few mild headaches this week. And then the last thing is that my rib has been aching a little bit, not this entire week, just 1 or 2 days this week. I've noticed that it was kind of hurting because, like I said, my uterus has grown a lot this week and the past 2 weeks really. And so my rib was kind of sore, I think just because my ribs are probably expanding and moving, and so my rib that I had mentioned in one of my earlier videos that I've dislocated about 3 years ago, that rib was a little bit sore because it's kind of sensitive anyway. So that one was bothering me a little bit yesterday and the day before, but not too bad. So we had a doctor's appointment this past week on Wednesday, so that was really cool. We showed the ultrasound in the vlog, so you guys will have to go back to Thursday's video to see the ultrasound that we got on Wednesday morning. We just got a little shot of him. And at that doctor's appointment, we scheduled our 20-week anatomy scan, which I have to say I'm both excited for and a little nervous for, because that one's a pre-screening scan for any sort of medical conditions that he could possibly have. In the comments below, let me know how you felt about your 20-week anatomy scan if you had one done, and what I might expect. something that might make us feel better going to it, because I'm definitely a little bit nervous for it, but also really excited because I love any opportunity to be able to see my baby and see how he's growing and moving, and I'm just excited to meet him already. That's all I have for you guys this week. I will see you guys next week, and I can't wait to be almost halfway through my pregnancy. That's just insane to me. I'm at 18 weeks already. Oh my gosh. I'll see you guys next week with another update. Bye.